rock and roll trucker.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Trucker, the channel that likes to rock and roll, the channel that likes to play. We love to eat, we love to truck, we love to see the world around us and just have a big old time. Come on in and have a seat, and let's have a good chat. We'll tell you where we're going, we'll tell you where we've been. Yes, that is me playing the music.
Good morning again. Yeah, I sounded like I was talking very loud there. I'm trying to make sure everybody can hear me. I felt like I was yelling. Loud noises. Anyways, we're back in, as you can see behind me, the little Kenworth logo. Yeah, back in the truck. Had a stellar Sunday night. Went to see Alter Bridge with the mighty Sevendust opening up just a mere couple hundred yards from our apartment at the Signal in Chattanooga, their new location. It was fantastic. Fantastic night of rock and roll with my lady. We're back to trucking. We had a good weekend. Motorbiking, visiting the kids, visiting family, concerting. Yeah, can't beat it. Makes getting back in the truck a little bit of a bitter pill to swallow, but here we are doing it. We're picking up in Chattanooga, right here, just a few miles from the homestead. Picking up and going just a short hop to Augusta, Georgia, trying to get a little bit of last minute revenue in. Pay period ends tonight, so we're trying to get in one more short, quick one. If not possibly a second one, we don't know. We'll see what happens with that, but had a pretty rough week last week, so we needed to squeeze in a little bit more revenue to make it a little more palatable there. But yeah, we're over here. I mean, by the time you see this video, this will already be delivered and everything, so it don't matter. Yeah, I'm picking up at Coca-Cola. Not a great load, not terrible revenue. It's not a huge chunk of revenue, but the rate per mile is not horrible, but it's very heavy. It's a load of Coca-Cola. We're not even going to pretend like we're going to do good on like fuel this morning, but still profitable load. It'll take ever so slightly a little bit of the sting out from last week. We'll get this pay period over with, but yeah, I pulled in. I used to come over here when I was working for Westside Transport all the time, and they always you'd roll up to the gate, and they'd usually check you in around 5:30 or whatever. They don't start doing anything until 6 or a little after, but they would always check me in. So Westside had we ran a lot of loads out of here. We weren't like necessarily a dedicated carrier, but we were a regular carrier over here. And I got in here this morning in my own truck, and they immediately come out there. You got to come back after 6 o'clock. So it's like I think I got profiled from being an owner-operator, because they always used to let us in when I was running for Westside. Is what it is. We'll sit here for a minute. They wouldn't have started loading till after 6 anyways. I just had to turn around and come back out and park on the street outside the gate here. It seems kind of pointless, but their rules, their freight. What am I going to do about it? It's either take it or don't. We're already committed to taking it, so it is what it is. We'll get it. We'll drive it. We'll go fight with Atlanta. We'll get to Augusta. We'll get the job done and see what happens from there. But I wanted to get on here and say good morning. Off to a new week for all of us here. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have a good morning doing it, wherever your job is at, wherever the roads may lead you if you're a driver. Once I get this loaded up, I'll stick you in the dashboard and take you for a ride. I will get back to you in a little bit. I'm back. I've got my seatbelt on, so you would assume that means I got in there real quick, got loaded, and got out. No. Went back to check in like they told me to. Gave them my pickup number and everything. They say that load was picked up on Friday. Well, that's a funny thing, because I'm here to pick that load up and I've got the load number for it. No. I don't know if Coca-Cola botched this up or if the broker botched it up. I don't know. I'm waiting on a call back right now, but I've gotten up real early in the morning, fired up my truck, got my hours of service going for the day and everything, and no load. Now I got to sit here and wait for my company to get in office so I can call and see what we got to do. We have to get a truck order not used payment. Got to figure out about getting another load first thing in the morning today, after we had the day all planned out, revenue all mapped out and everything. This industry is just such a cesspool sometimes. It always falls on the driver. It never affects anybody else. It's always the driver stuck footing the bill, always the losing the time, losing the money, just dealing with the hassle. I can't buy any luck since I've started this gig. It's my ability to not have any luck has been uncanny so far. It's going to turn around, I know it is, but it's just every day something is biting me in the ass that I've got no control over, and it just, man, it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. I'm trying not to lose it right now, because it ain't going to do me any good to lose it, but boy, sometimes it feels good to lose it, don't it? But we're not gonna. We're gonna sit here and lose valuable time of our life waiting to figure out what goes on. Oh, I'll get back to you when I figure out what's going on. Well, we finally got a load. Again, not a great one. Not horrible. That seems to be the way it's going. Not good. Definitely not good, but not as bad as it could be. Instead of delivering today, now I'm picking up something. I'm running up to Crossville, Tennessee to grab something that delivers in Ohio tomorrow. Not real crazy about it, but it should put me in position to get something going here that we've been talking about with my company rep there. So we'll see what happens there. Hopefully I can manage my hours and get it there when it needs to be tomorrow morning. But we're at the QT quick trip here in Chattanooga. We splashed with some fuel and some DEF. We're about to head that way. Hope they'll load us a little bit early. We're going to try. Fingers crossed. But yes, we have a load. Let's ride. Well, hello again. Just got done. We got in and got that load. Went to this warehouse over here in Crossville, Tennessee, and man, oh man, were they on point. For once, I went to a place that had their stuff together. And I got out of there right before the bottom fell out with the rain. So I was able to get my doors shut and everything, get it sealed up without getting soaked. I went in there. They were working on another truck when I got there. They were loading out of one door, and from the time I got there 2 hours early till the time I left, including them finishing up that other truck, maybe a half an hour. What a fantastic place. If only everybody else would come up with some work ethic like that, with the trucking industry being a lot better shape for all of us now, wouldn't it? Yeah, we're loaded up. It's raining. Looks like it's going to stop out ahead of us, though. I don't think it's going to be raining for real long. We're headed up to Ohio. We're going to Tip City, Ohio. Going to a Meyer distribution center. Not sure how that'll go, but it's a load. Not horrible on the rate. Pretty decent. And I ended up getting a truck order not used fee of $200 this morning for the botched Coca-Cola order that had already been picked up on Friday by another company. So all was not I would have liked to have had that load on this pay period, but it is what it is, and I'll get that $200. It'll put us at the 200 will go on this pay period, and then this load will go on the next. But when it's all broken down, said and done, I'm going to come out with a pretty good rate for the whole day added up with that and the run I'm making. So not horrible. Off to a reasonable start. Hopefully we'll be able to get out of Ohio pretty reasonably without spending a whole bunch of time at that warehouse, and without having to, sacrifice our futures to hauling, 10-cent freight to get out. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm gonna not stay on here for too long. I'm gonna get some of this rainy driving done. Don't want to do any of that distracted stuff, We're mostly just in red lights in and out here. We're in stop and go for a few miles, and we're pretty much going secondary highways, state highways, 2-lane highways until we get to I-75, and then that's where we'll be for the remainder of the trip. I'm sure somewhere along the way I will stop and talk to y'all again, but that's what we're doing for now. And once it quits raining, I'll get some more hyperlapse and stuff like that, so y'all can see what I see, if that's of interest to anybody. Right now, while I'm at this red light, I'm going to push this stop button and get on out of here, but thought I'd say hello and let y'all know what a fantastic place I just left. Let me tell you the name of that place. Let's give them Mizkan, Mizkan. Make like a vinegar warehouse. It was all like white vinegar and stuff that I've got going to a grocery warehouse. But Mizkan in Crossville, Tennessee, on Walker Road, Walker Drive. If you ever go there, you won't be there long. Good stuff. Y'all have a good day. It's my favorite thing. Kind of zoomed out a little bit there, but traffic. Lanes ending down to one lane. Gotta love it, especially when your hours are getting towards their end for the day and you need to start finding a place to stay. That's all right though. We are going to stop soon though. It's been a long day from having the load, not going to pick up a load that didn't exist, to having to find another load. Rain. Had a little bit of a long distance emergency with one of my kids getting stuck on the side of the road somewhere with a flat tire in a car with a trunk that didn't want to open, and I had to stop and get on the phone and work my way through helping explain how to get into the trunk of the car that couldn't be gotten into, and walk through the changing of a tire on their first flat tire ever. It was and then I kind of picked a bad route for the first part of my trip here today, and kind of got on some very slow, windy, curvy roads there for a bit. I thought I had everything planned out and mapped out pretty good, and it was a slower route than what I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. We're here now. Looks like we're about out of this traffic. That's good, because I'm tired. I'm ready to stop. Where are you guys at today? Are you out trucking today, or you getting off work from the factory, or what kind of job do you have? Have you been out landscaping? Are you an executive? Are you a musician? Are you a conductor for an orchestra? What are you? What did you do with your day today? Or are you retired and just chilling, freelance working from home? Oh, I've been cooped up in here all day. What have you been doing? Tell me about how your day is going. I like hearing what you guys are up to also. Oh man. Yeah, I think we're about to open back up now. Let me get back off here until we find us a place to stop. Good Lord, y'all, I'm about out of time, and I was like, y'all saw in that hyperlapse, I took the wrong exit, and then I got over here to the Florence TA, and look at this, there's like 10 trucks lined up in the entrance here. I don't know what's going on here. Like, you can't get in, and the people trying to get in can't get out, or the people trying to get in can't get in, people trying to get out can't get out. I don't know what kind of messed up, pardon my French there, didn't mean to say that. I might blur that out, bleep that out. I don't know what's going on here. This truck stop is all boogered up. I'm going to end up running out of time sitting here trying to get into the truck stop. Lord have mercy, it's hard to be a trucker out here anymore, guys. It really is difficult. I should have stopped back up the road. I should have just went to the rest area. This is plain flat out foolish. Oh, people, help me, help me, help me. Oh, Lord, y'all. We called it a day. It was quite an ordeal getting into the truck stop there where I left off last. Man, I'm at the Florence, Kentucky TA. This place was always crowded and busy, but man, it's really kind of gotten downhill and even crazier since I was out on the road last. I was shocked by it. It's gotten nuts over here, and they've let the insides of this place, they've kind of let the whole place go a little bit. A lot of TAs are. There's some decent ones out there, and they're making the new TA Expresses and stuff. Some of them are pretty nice, but yeah, this Florence, Kentucky one, man, it's a lot wilder than it was last time I was here as far as just being overly crowded and busy. It is what it is, though. We got in here. We're parked. We got about, shoot, I think we got maybe 75 miles to go tomorrow. We're going to a Meyer distribution center in Tip City, Ohio. T-I-P-P City, Tip City. I've been all over Ohio. I don't know if I've ever been to Tip City. It's somewhere up there in the Dayton vicinity, I do believe. But in that general area. But yeah, we're back at it this week. I'm by myself this week. I don't have Dash or Aaron with me. They stayed at home this time around. She's got stuff going on. She's got to get some of her business and work in order, and Dash needed a little break from the road. He was starting to get pretty stressed with it. He's doing good, but he needed a little break from it too. So they're chilling out. I'm all by myself. I got a fancy little like motorized gimbal and tripod for the phone here, so I'm going to start experimenting with that and trying to get some smoother, better footage outside. And then I've got the phone set up on it right now, recording me. It's a pretty neat little thing. I can get better angles and views in here without having to have my hands around it and propping it up in the window on the, on my phone mount and stuff up there now. We got that. I got an HD TV antenna for the TV today too. I got like a $20 one, pretty basic one, but plugged it up here, and being right outside of Cincinnati, it snatched up 26 TV channels. So that's pretty cool. I can watch a little TV, watch some stuff without having to blow the phone data and constantly stream and have to keep the phone charged up and everything. I've had a Home Improvement has been on. That 70 show just came on, so I'm like, this is cool. I should have bought that antenna as soon as we put the TV in here. What do y'all do for entertainment in the truck? I like to get out and walk and go, kind of jaunt around the area and everything when the weather's good and I'm feeling like it. But I'm pretty haggard this evening. I'm pretty tired. It was a long weekend. We had the Alter Bridge and Sevendust concert last night, and having to go to work early this morning. I didn't have like a whole bunch of drinks or anything like that, but it was just a long, exhausting evening. Very enjoyable evening, but just a long evening after having a long weekend. I wore myself out and never did really get rested up fully from the last week. But we're here. We're surviving. We're on the road. Like I said, we picked up in Crossville, Tennessee today, going to Tip City, Ohio. And the world is our oyster from there, I suppose. I think we're going to try and experiment with some stuff going back and forth from around Ohio, back and forth to the Georgia area for a couple of days and see how that works out on rates and whatnot. I'm going to try and shake it up and try something a little bit different, see how it works out, because the freight is still not great. The rates are still very not great, but there seems to be a little money in that lane. We'll find out. Not going to get rich off of it, but we might do okay and more than keep things afloat. I will keep y'all updated on how that's going. Not a whole lot more to say than that. It was the day started off wrong, as you could see at the beginning of the video, and then it was just the routing I took. A lot of slow going, curvy road, curvy hilly roads, and then I get to this truck stop and it was crazy. But we're not complaining. We're doing all right. Truck ran good today. Can't beat that. It seemed to do really all right on fuel today, a little better than normal for some reason. I don't know why. I can't explain that, but it seemed to be doing real well today. I'm happy about that. But we're gonna get up in the morning and do that last 75 miles or so, and hopefully get that load off in a timely manner. If you're a truck driver and you've been to grocery warehouses, you know the struggle. We'll see what happens. I've never been to a Meyer distribution center before. I've been to most of the grocery store warehouses. I've never done a Meyer's. I know they're a lot like Walmart. They've got food and everything else in the store. I always like shopping for groceries at Meyer's whenever I got a chance to, but I've never been to one of their warehouses, so I don't know what to expect. But that's pretty much our story. We got the TV going back here. I got the air conditioner blowing. Got a bologna sandwich and some snacks in me, so we're gonna wind it down soon and hopefully sleep real well. Get us a good night of sleep tonight. And, I guess the only thing left to do is rock album of the day. You want that music recommendation. you should listen to my recommendations. I listen to good stuff. That's all I can tell you. Nah, I'm not that arrogant about it. To each their own, but I like to feel like I can impart some good musical knowledge. And this time, in honor of the show we went to see last night, I did Sevendust I did a Sevendust album and a Sevendust song last week, so you know I'm all on them. But I'm gonna swap it up, and we're gonna recommend the new Alter Bridge record today. They've got a really new record out. They played a song or two off of it last night. It was excellent. Their new album is called Pawns and Kings. Check it out, man. Those guys that was my first time. I seen part of one of their sets at a festival one time, but this is my first time really getting to, sit down and see them live. And I've watched lots of videos of them and live performances and all, but seeing them in person, man, what an amazingly tight and talented band. Mark Tremonti and Miles Kennedy can both sing their tails off, and they both are just world-class guitar players. In their rhythm section, the Scott Phillips and Brian Marshall. It's actually Mark Tremonti and Brian Marshall and Scott Phillips. Those three guys are actually Creed minus Scott Stapp. They're the other three guys from the original incarnation of Creed. And so they've been playing in Alter Bridge together for a good while. So they've got years and years and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shows of chemistry and getting along under their belt. So they're just amazing on stage. And Miles Kennedy has got a vocal range like nothing I've ever heard before live. It was really impressive. Super, super tight band. Excellent songwriters, excellent musicians. And what I heard off that new record, I'm going to listen to the new record tomorrow all the way through probably. I've just dabbled in bits and pieces of it and what I heard last night at the show, and I'm going to recommend it to myself and to you guys. Pull that one up, Pawns and Kings by Alter Bridge. Get on that. Get that in your ears. Let's do it together. Other than that, I believe I'm going to sign off and say bye-bye and play with this little electronic motorized 3-axis gimbal and tripod that I got here and see if I can't figure out how to do everything on it. It's pretty cool. Watch it. I can pan you around. Whoa. Yeah. All with the push of a button, and then you can carry it around and put it in stabilization mode. It's like you're filming a little movie there. Like you can bounce around and walk and step and everything, and it's all completely should improve the videos vastly here pretty soon. I'll be able to get some better when I do stuff outside the truck or anything like that. It should vastly improve it. But I'm gonna quit talking, you guys. I'm gonna quit talking your ears off right now, and I'll put a picture of the Alter Bridge Pawns and Kings album cover at the end of this, and I'll put a crowd shot of the show last night from during Sevendust in there also, so you can see the signal was full of people last night. Great show, amazing rock show. Y'all should go to concerts. If you don't go to concerts, it's a good time. But I'm signing off. Y'all have a good night, good day, whenever it is you watch this video, if you watch it. And if you're watching it and you haven't subscribed, I'd encourage you to do so, because I think that I'm not gonna. Just like and subscribe if you feel so inclined. I'm not gonna try and sell you on it or nothing like that. Signing out. Bye-bye.